Fair housing. The 7 protected classes of the Civil Rights Act of 1968, Federal Fair Housing Law. Protected classes are race, color, religion, sex, national origin, familial status, and persons with disability. Each municipality and city may recognize their own protected classes, so you'll want to definitely check with the municipalities that you're located in to make sure that these individuals or these particular cities and states do not recognize any additional protected classes. The definitions of protected classes: color, treating someone differently due to their skin pigmentation, being lighter or darker than yours. Race, treating someone differently due to their origin, characteristics, physical trait, or appearances. Religion, belief, observance, devotion, or practice of a religious faith, includes the lack of religious belief as well. Sex, i.e. gender, treating someone differently because they are a woman or because they are a man, includes sexual harassment, does not include sexual preference. National origin, treating someone differently due to their place of birth or their ancestors' place of birth. Familial status and persons with disability. Familial status definition: the presence of children or expected presence of children under the age of 18, including pregnant women. Familial status exemptions: all tenants over 62 years of age or older are exempt. At least one person is over 55 years of age in at least 80% of the occupied housing, which typically qualifies for senior housing. Persons with disability. This includes physical, mental, sensory, i.e. hearing, sight, etc., AIDS or HIV, as well as persons in recovery from addiction and alcoholism. Addiction does not cover current drug users. My tenant smokes weed, and he was smoking weed, and he was like, "Oh, well, Brian, I'm in recovery." And I was like, "Well, you know, Jeremy, you're not in recovery if you smoke weed." He was like, "Oh, no, I am. I used to smoke 10 a day, now I smoke 5, so I'm in recovery." That doesn't work. You see, you've got to provide me documentation. You just can't say, "Hey, no, this is a prescription for my glaucoma." You know, you have to provide me documentation that it is a prescription. Reasonable accommodations. A physical change to the characteristics of a resident or a common area of a building. This includes the installation of a ramp, the installation of a lift, installing grab bars and bathrooms, widening doorways, and the rental unit. These are examples of reasonable accommodations. Who is responsible? The tenant is responsible for the cost of modifications, acquiring the proper permits, assuring the work is done properly, and removal of the alteration. The landlord cannot deny the reasonable accommodation, but they are not responsible to pay for the repairs or the work to be done. But once again, the landlord cannot deny the reasonable accommodations. Also, we need to keep in mind that if you send an agent or a helper, if you send someone out to help you perform work, that individual that you send to help you is responsible to understand or is responsible for understanding fair housing law as well. If you send someone out, real estate agents, if you send out your uncle Tony, you send out your buddy Jim, you know, or Tim, you send out your brother to go do something, or your cousin to go handle some maintenance or open and show a unit for you. If they violate, you are as equally responsible as they are. They violated fair housing law. Okay? Hence, which brings me back to this level of protection. Because now if he violates, at least he violates under this business, and if someone comes trying to sue me, you know, they see this. Hope you've learned a lot today. If you have any questions, you can email us at info@thelandlordacademy.com. Signing off, saying so long until next time. See you soon.